Hey, how's it going? Here I am in the new Tesla. Thought I'd try to get out there and do a live stream. It's been a little while since I've done one. And today, what I want to talk about is Tesla and my Hertz Uber experience, and kind of start from there. So let's start with the beginning. I hit a deer in my Prius, and I love my Toyota Prius. So I hit a deer, and because I hit a deer, my car is down for the count, the Prius. They said it's going to take like 12 to 13 weeks or whatever to get it fixed. And I know I could go somewhere else. I could do some other things. Hey, Lisa. Um, so I don't have a car, right? I'm a one-car family. We have one Prius. That's it. I use it for Uber driving, and I use it for other stuff. So yeah, so I hit a deer, down for the count, and I have to get a car. So first thing I did, immediately went on the Uber app and I rented a Tesla. Let me tell you something. That works out extremely well. It made me feel like a really good insurance policy. As a person that only owns one car and I need a rental car just like that, going onto the Uber app and saying, hey, I need a car right away. Hertz, Uber, perfect. And I got a Tesla. And they say it's like $300 to rent a Tesla for the week, but it's actually like $360 in the state of New York because of taxes and fees and everything else like that. So I go to rent a Tesla, and here's where the problem started. Now remember, I'm going to talk about Tesla, but let's kind of remember why we're driving a Tesla right now. So Hertz said they had a Tesla for me here in Syracuse. I go to go pick up the Tesla, and I get to the Hertz place, and there's no Teslas there. Like, you seen the Seinfeld thing where, like, I made a reservation, and the lady's like, yeah, but we don't have any cars. It's like, you got to hold the reservation. Well, they didn't hold the reservation. And they were going to give me another car, a Chevy Bolt, I think, or whatever, and there's just no way. Sorry, I'm biased. I'm not a Chevy dude. I'm not a Ford guy. Toyota, and now Tesla. That's it for me. So I'll go, okay, fine. I'm going to go ahead and try to go somewhere else. So I contact the Rochester office, which is like an hour away from me. They have Teslas. I get there. Checking out was really easy. Getting the Tesla was really easy at the Hertz place. They bring the Tesla out. It was dirty, and the safety inspection had already expired. And that's just the start of my Hertz horrible experience. And yeah, Subarus are good too. I get you, Lisa. Not gonna dog out Subarus. Subarus are great for upstate New York. So I get this Tesla at Hertz. Immediately, it's great. I can start making money right away. And with Tesla, you get the $1 EV credit, and kind of go from there. Now, here's what happens. When you rent a car from Hertz, a Tesla specifically, I was unable to get a receipt. I have no idea. I got the one charge, and I never got a receipt from them. So that was really frustrating. The other thing is when you charge a Tesla at a supercharger and you don't have an account with Tesla, you don't really have a record of your charging. Right? So you don't really know how much you're charging over time, and that's a really frustrating thing too. Okay, so Tesla, renting Hertz. Hertz is not giving me receipts. Driving the Tesla rental car was a Model 3. It was a lot of fun. People complimented on it, even though it was a Hertz rental car, so it kind of stunk and some other stuff like that. People liked the car, and that was kind of interesting. I loved driving the Tesla, even though it was only a rear-wheel drive car without even like snow tires on it. It was really hard to drive in the snow. And yes, Lisa, yes, you can write off the rental cost. So instead of recording miles when you rent a car, you actually record the actual cost of the vehicle, right? So the charging and the rental fees. After charging costs and everything else, I was spending $500 a week for the Tesla Hertz rental. So that was just a lot. And I remember I got to rent a car for like 13 weeks. And so that's like $7,000, right? $6,000 to rent a car. And so I was really frustrated. I like the Tesla. And so here's how I ended up buying a Tesla for this whole process. And I'll do a more thorough video, etc., on my website, some other stuff about the analysis of this. But here it is. I'm renting a car. It's cost me $500 a week. And yeah, so it's a $6,000. There's that cost. Then the second cost is, again, I'm using a charger, the superchargers, where when I buy a Tesla, I can get one at home. So I ended up buying a Tesla. And here is the really interesting thing. I go online through the Uber app because Uber puts out this thing. Hey, Diamond drivers, if you buy a Tesla, a new Tesla, through the Uber app, we'll give you $2,000. All right. So there's that. So I go onto the Uber app and I look at Teslas through the Uber app. And the very first Teslas I start to notice are the Model Ys. And Tesla took $8,000 off the price of the Model Ys. So it's a $55,000 Tesla, the one I'm sitting in, minus $8,100 from Tesla. Then remember, I'm going to get a $2,000 bonus on top of that. So that's $10,100. The federal government gives you $7,500 up front when you purchase the car, off the price of the car. And the state of New York gives me $500. So that's like $16,000, $18,000 off the price of a $55,000 Tesla. So now it's like $37,000, give or take. Then on top of it, Uber gives me $1 for every single trip that I take in the Tesla. And you know me, I'm a short trip kind of guy. That's amazing. That's like another $4,000 a year, give or take. And I know it could end and some other stuff like that. But yeah, I was able to get a Tesla really cheap. And this only cost me, now that I installed the charger at my house, and that cost me right on $1,000 to charge it at my house. Now I'm paying only about 2 cents per mile for gas, where even in my Prius at $3 a gallon, getting 60 miles a gallon, I was basically charging about 5 cents a gallon, somewhere between 4.5 to 6 cents a gallon for my Prius per mile. Excuse me, 5 cents. Let's just say 5 cents per mile. So this is twice as cheap per mile on fuel. I don't have oil changes. I get $1 extra every ride. I'm doing 150 trips a week. This was like a no-brainer. This car is making me so much more money, and I'll do the math on another video. But that's what I did. I bought a Tesla instead of renting it. So I didn't have to spend $6,000 to rent it. I can then turn that money right back into my car ownership. And that's why I ended up buying a Tesla. So I'll give you a quick little rundown of what I got. I have a black Tesla Model Y. The only reason why I got it black is because in other markets, not in my market, you can do Uber black. And so I got this black so I could resell it maybe if I didn't like it to a driver in a market that might want to do Uber black. I don't know. I should have got it red, to be honest with you, but I got a black one. It was cheap. I got a black one. It's actually a 7-seater, so there's the 2 seats up front. There's a 3 in the middle, and then if I wanted to, the back seats fold up, the rear seats, and they're not really great seats for like big adults, no doubt. They're kind of like kid seats, but I don't know. For short trips, it works pretty okay. Like if you're going like a mile, you can put pretty much anybody back there. It's great. It's let's see, what do I like about the Tesla? The driving experience is sweet. It is so sweet. Driving a Tesla, even at fours, this Tesla is not the fastest one, but it does a dual motor, all-wheel drive. When I put the pedal to the metal, this car bolts. Like it'll throw you back. It just pushes you back, and it goes 0 to 60 in 4 seconds. But that's not the real experience. The experience is like you're doing 30, and maybe you want to pass somebody, or even you're doing 60 on the highway, and you're like, I want to pass this person. The minute you put the pedal down, boom, the car just takes off. It's excellent, excellent. Super fast. It drives really smooth. It's quiet. The sound system is amazing. This glass roof, you can't really tell, but it's glass. Upstate New York, it's always cloudy. Um, yeah, it worked great. It's just a really simple screen right here. So Tesla's a great car. I'm making money, and if it wasn't for me hitting that deer, I wouldn't have bought it. So there you go. Let's see here. Can I do Uber XL? No, I cannot do Uber XL, but Lyft sees this as an XL. So I can do Lyft XL. I don't know. So there's that. Hey, I drive mine in chill mode when I'm driving rideshare. Yeah, I'm almost always in chill mode. Tyson's. It's yeah, it's not too bad. Are my tips steadily increasing? No, the exact opposite. My tips are down. I don't know why. I don't know why. People compliment me on the car. Tyson's, I think what some people are thinking is that I make too much money. I think people are not tipping because they feel like I'm a rich guy because I drive a Tesla as opposed to a Prius. I know. So I'll add that analysis, Tyson's, to my my other video when I do that. So there you go. That's why I bought a Tesla, because I hit a deer in my Prius. I needed a car. The rental experience sucked through Hertz, and the car wasn't that great. But you could tell, even though it was a Tesla Model 3, a rear-wheel drive, man, I'll tell you what, you could tell right away that this car is going to be great. So I got the Tesla Model Y. It's big. I mean, it's like so big. It's really nice. And Tyson's, I am a rich man. Like what's that movie? If I were a rich man, da, 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 da. I can't remember. What is it? Fiddler on the Roof. There you go. I'm rich. But let's see here. I get better tips doing Uber Eats and Uber Rideshare. Yeah, it's so funny. My tips have been down a lot since I've been driving Tesla. Now I've driven Teslas this is my 5th week, so 2 weeks in the rental car, and this is into my 3rd week in this Tesla. I have 5 weeks of data. I've done 700 trips. I'm pretty sure I know. I've got solid data now, and my tips are down. Yeah, so that's the Tesla. What questions do you have about the Tesla experience? Let me give you some more data that's really kind of neat. So Uber, for now, right through up till 1 April, is going to give me $1 for every trip, and I take a lot of short trips, right? Let's see here. So so if you do 150 trips in a week, give or take, that's $150 extra. And with the Tesla or the $1 EV credit, I take such short trips that they can't hide the $1 credit. So in my market, the minimum fare is $4.02. That's the minimum fare, and I take a lot of minimum fares, right? Now my minimum is $5.02. So there you go. So that's like a 20% increase right there off the bat of that. Can I do other apps if I were to buy instead of renting? Yes. With the Tesla, you can do anything. But when you rent an Uber or a Tesla through Uber, you can only do Uber. So that's another thing. Lyft just came out with a $100 a week bonus if you take 50 trips in an EV. So the rideshare companies are just prioritizing EVs. They're paying us more, they're giving us bonuses. And I just got my $2,000 bonus from Tesla or from Uber. That was great. It just showed up out of the blue. Boom, $2,000 for buying a Tesla. So again, I bought a $55,000 car for 37,000, not including the bonuses that I'm going to get. I mean, it's really good, right? Kyle says, you mentioned the Tesla cameras in an alley. How does that work? Like, how do you download? What angles? Wire? Well, Kyle, they're always on. So the cameras are always on. All I have to do is go to the screen here and hit a button, and then I can see the cameras on this really big screen. It's really big too. Because I'm driving, I won't turn it on, but yeah, it works really well. There's I think there's like 8 cameras in the car, not including the cameras inside the vehicle. There's like cameras looking at me, so it works really well. And Kyle, Tyson, since I have you both here on this live stream, let me talk to both of you really quickly, because I saw your comments and about my last daily drive vehicle or daily drive. You talked about like it was kind of a negative video. And that wasn't my intent. My intent's not to be negative, but I do want to be real. And I don't think the rideshare companies care about us, right? I just don't think they care about you and me as individuals, right? I don't think the passengers care about us either. It's just us, this group, this community. That's where the caring takes place. Me, you, and I know we're just like digital friends, um, but still, that's the community of care. I hit a deer with my car, and that's it. I was expecting to get into a car wreck. I hope I don't, but I'm planning for it. That's why I have insurance, right? So you have to plan for those type of things. I expect one day for the rideshare companies to kick us off. I do. I expect one day to be accused of being a racist or being a sexist or driving crazy or something like that. I just expect somebody will want a free trip and they're going to kick this off. And I have a realistic expectation about what I'm going to earn. I know that there are other people in this world that make more money than me. Elon Musk is an exaggeration, or a doctor or a lawyer. I don't expect as a rideshare driver to earn, $150,000 a year, even if I drove 80 hours a week. I know I drive in a good market where I make good money. Today, I suspect I'm going to make about 35 to $40 an hour online. I'm going to work 12 hours. It's almost 2:45, and at 3 o'clock, from 3 to 3, I'm going to drive. I think I'm going to make some good money. I'll make $350 to $500, give or take. I don't know. I just don't want us to have the feeling, Tyson's and Kyle, that the good times are always going to be there. We should expect that there are going to be hard times too. It'll fluctuate. It'll go up and down. So that's kind of what I was getting at. I wasn't trying to be negative. I really just want to make sure that we as a group are prepared mentally for the realities of our job. It's physical. I mean, I even talk about the other expectations. I expect to get really fat if I don't if I don't exercise. Sitting on my butt for 12 straight hours is physically demanding. So that's kind of what I was getting at. I appreciate Kyle, Tyson's your feedback. I do want to be positive. That's who I am as a person. And I think because maybe it was dark in my car, it looked even right, kind of dark and gloomy. And so I appreciate the feedback. I'll try to do better. Now let's talk more about the EV, the Tesla, real quick. Let's kind of get back into that. Thanks, man. I sincerely recommend every person, every Uber driver, every Lyft driver, check out and look at Tesla. All right. You may not buy one. It's okay. Do the math. Look and see if it's really worth your time and effort, because the math is there. The math is there. Again, so I bought a $55,000 car for $37,000. Then on top of it, I'm saving money on electricity versus gasoline. I'm saving money on oil changes. I don't have to do those. Um, I'm making bonuses from Uber and Lyft. Everybody's trying to put us in these vehicles, and they're great vehicles. I mean, that's the thing about it. It'd be one thing if they were sucky. Now, a lot of feedback I get from people that are negative toward Tesla, and I haven't experienced any of these things, is the battery. It is true, charging a Tesla, especially if you don't have a house and a charger at your house, can be a little bit hard. You have to go to a Tesla supercharger. It takes 20 minutes to 35 minutes maybe to charge my car. That's okay. It's like a break. I just got to think about it. It's not that big a deal. Yes, it's true that the batteries, it says that the range is 330 miles, but that assumes you go from 100% to 0%. Well, you're never going to drive your car to zero, right? You don't want to be stranded somewhere. And they recommend going from 80 to 20, like charging your car to 80%, at least this Tesla, and taking it down to 20%. So I only get 60% of that battery. And then, yeah, when it's cold outside, the battery does not perform as well. I only get about 75%. So 75% of 60%. So let's say I'm getting 50% of my range. I'm only able to get 150 to, 200 miles during the winter out of my Tesla. And tonight, I'll drive about 300 miles to make my $350 to $500 or whatever. So just a quick heads up there. Hey, 5-star. There he is. Good to see you. So the Tesla all around is a great car. There's certain things I don't like. Just the screen and only having the screen, it's not easy to kind of work with. The charging you have to think about. You can't just pull into any gas station. There's gas stations all around me, but there's only like one supercharger or two superchargers near my house. So that's a little bit of a challenge. Let's see, what else do I not like about the Tesla? I don't like the turning radius. I know it sounds small, but the truth is I do a lot of U-turns as an Uber driver on small roads, and in my Prius, whip that sucker around. This car doesn't turn as much. Let's see, what else do I not like about the Tesla? The door handles. Oh my God. The door handles in a Tesla are the worst. It's like my black car has scratches all over it because people can't get into my car. So they have something in their hand, they reach, they don't know how to like get in the car, and yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do there. I have to solve that problem. That's a thing for another day. So yeah, the Tesla doors are just really the worst. 5-star says an electric isn't practical for me. Not non-plug-in hybrid would be best. Um, I'll let you tell me why you think that is, but I had the exact same feeling. I drive. Hey, Kian, there he is. Yeah, I haven't done that yet, Kian. The door handles, I really want to put those on, but this isn't just my car, it's my wife's car too, right? So any changes I make to the car, I have to kind of like get wife approved. I'm thinking about putting a like a paint film, like plastic protector right around that. And Spicer says because I don't have a plug. That's a good point. Now, two things to the 5-star about the plug-in option. Do you have an outlet at your house, 5-star? Because with my Prius, I plugged my car in at home just through a regular 110. That worked out really well for me. Now it only charges like 1 to 2 miles every hour, but just a quick heads up, there's that. Yeah. So you can plug your Tesla, or like for me, I had a Prius Prime plug-in, and I would go to bed at night with 0 miles on my battery, and I'd wake up with about 30 miles for the 110. And so it worked out really well just for the Prius Prime plug-in, and I think it works for a lot of plug-ins. I think like some Kias even have a 50-mile range, so just a heads up on that. I paid about $1,000 to get the Tesla charger plus the installation, so it's $1,000 total to get it installed at my house. So now it only takes about 8 hours to fully charge this battery, which is like 300 miles, and it's excellent. It just like that, and it's super cheap. Remember, I'm only paying 7 cents per kilowatt hour, so it's great. Now, the charging station, I totally get it. Like I have to drive 60 miles just to get from my house to either Syracuse or to Ithaca or to Binghamton just to go drive a ride share. So I'm already at 60% driving today of my battery, and I left the house at 80%. So charging a car does matter. But I would take a look, 5-star, if you look at the charging stations around you, the Tesla superchargers, they tend to be in places where you can do something. So for me, the Tesla supercharger in Syracuse is at the mall. So I plug it in, I take a 20-minute walk, I go to the Panera at the mall, and I get a cup of coffee, and I come back out and my car's charged. And you have to just think about when you're going to charge it. That's it. The second thing is the Tesla superchargers here in Ithaca. I'm going to be driving in Ithaca tonight. It's right next to the Panera, and I'm a Panera guy because I have a Panera subscription for unlimited drinks. So I'll drive it down to about 20%, and it takes about 20 minutes, 25, maybe 30 minutes to just to recharge it. So the charger, it's new. It is a different thing than going to fill up for the gas, but don't let anybody fool you. It's not really that hard. And it takes this car, it cost me at 39 cents per kilowatt, it cost me about $20 to fill it up at the Tesla superchargers. And that $20 gives me, again, 300 miles. So it's not bad. Just food for thought when it comes to that. Nicole, good to see you. Thank you so much for making a comment. So yeah, the door handle sucked. The turning radius sucks. And for whatever reason, my tips are down. I don't know why. But other than that, I'm gonna tell you what, man. This Tesla, it's such an amazing driving experience. It's like a sports car that doesn't have gears. When you accelerate, there's no gears in the motor, right? It just keeps pulling. It just keeps pulling, and you're gonna go, and it's so quick, and it's so. People say the Teslas are not well built. They're just lying to you. This car is amazing. It's an amazing shape. It's quiet. It's really good. So there you go. Kyle, good to see you. I know you got to run. I'm about to just I'm about to shut this off here in the next 5 minutes. Any more questions about the Tesla? Ask me some more questions right now, and if I can't get to them all, I'll go to the comment section of this. I'm going to answer them all in a thorough, long video about my Hertz Tesla renting experience and with all the numbers and the data. And then the same thing is true with the buying a Tesla and kind of go from there. Let's see here. 5-star. So yeah, I am Lyft. That's true. I drive for both. I've only done about 100 Lyfts though. I think of Lyft as a backup. I've done almost 10,000 Uber trips. So when I say I do Lyft, I mean like I do like one a week just to kind of keep it on. Do I precondition my battery? Yes, I do. I precondition my battery before every charge. I tell it where we're going. Well done on getting your chargers fitted. The EV Experience commuter is amazing. Tyson's good to see you. I'll try to get out there again. Rideshare. Well, I don't know about other apps to rent. I only rented through Uber. It worked really well, Lisa. Actually, 5 star. My my Lyft passengers have been tipping me really well. I've only been doing Lyft like consistently, like 2 to 5 rides a week for like a couple of months. Tonight, I'm doing straight up full Lyft. I'm actually going to do a comparison between a Friday night or Saturday night doing Uber and a Saturday night doing whatchamacallit, commuter. Yeah, send me your code. You can just you know how to contact me. Go to admin@tipyouintheapp.com and send me the code. I'll definitely put that code in. Um, yeah, so there you go. That's the Tesla. Everybody, it's so great to see you. And I know I only see myself, which is so stupid, right? But I see you through what's going on. Remember, just because Uber or Lyft doesn't care about us or the passengers don't care, I care. I do. And I'm cheering for you. And I know some of us are in markets where it's not great right now. We're not making good money. Um, and it's frustrating. It's hard. And I understand why people want to protest on the 14th. I understand why people want the government to come in and solve those things. I don't think they're good solutions, but that's a talk for another day. But I support you. I support your desire to make rideshare a profitable, great experience. Remember, it's one thing to make good money, but we want to be healthy, we want to be safe, and we want to enjoy this. I enjoy it. So, yeah, 52% of the passengers tip. Yeah, Tyson's. I tell you, man, people are tipping on Lyft. I don't know why. Um, let's see here. So, yeah, that's really it. Hey, you guys know, I have two sponsors. Sponsor number one is oh my gosh, why am I forgetting their names? Tonquin. Tonquin is great. I don't know why I forgot their name. I do occasional Tonquins. It's great. Check them out. There'll be a link in the description. And then Voom Rideshare Insurance. If you are a full-time driver, a person like me, and you're driving in, let's see, Nevada, Tennessee, Arizona, and Colorado. Those are the 4 states that Voom is licensed for. You should really, really check them out. There'll be a link in the description below. Remember, you only pay for the rideshare insurance that you need, right? So remember, if I drive all of my time in this car doing Uber and Lyft, I only need a little bit of private insurance. But with my current insurance carrier, I pay for all of my miles, even though Uber and Lyft covers me most of the time. And so I'm like double paying for insurance. And that's not the way it is with Voom. So again, Tonquin, amazing. Jeff and the team at Tonquin, personal friends. I like them a lot. The team at Voom, really good. I'm not going to let everybody sponsor this type of content, but I promise you they're really good. Singh, Mr. Singh or Miss Singh or whoever, I think it's Mr. Nice beard. The best thing I got going for me is as a short, fat, bald man. Beard's all I got. And yes, commuter, yes. Fuel savings, Tesla Comfort Utility being an Uber Comfort now. I'm going to wrap the video. Everybody, please leave your comments. Let me know what questions you have about the Tesla. I'll do my best. I'm going to put together some calculators. I'll do as much as I can to help you out, drain everything. I hope you guys are all safe and good. Be well. I'm cheering for you. Bye, guys.